Hi, Phyllis here from southernfrugal.com. We went to the farmer's market on Wednesday. Tuesday. And I had a kind of a bad day there. So my husband had an appointment in Columbia on Wednesday, so I decided to go with him, and I was able to get my bananas in. So I was really glad of that. But anyway, the main thing was I got bell peppers really, really cheap. And I also got some Vidalia onions really cheap. Now, the Vidalia onions are grown in Georgia, and they're just a very, very sweet onion, and they're not available all year, and they're probably not available all over the country, mostly just in the South. So I also got some apples. So I wanted to show you my haul, so hold on a second. All right, here we are. All right, here are the Vidalia onions. I got a 25-pound bag, and I'm going to fix some of these on the grill, but I've got to clean them up a little bit first. And here are the bell peppers. Now, the bell peppers came from Johns Island here in South Carolina, and they're really nice. Now, I've already shared some of these with my neighbor, also some of the Vidalia onions, so I've still got right many left. Anyway, the bell peppers worked out to be 35 cents a piece, and in the grocery store on Tuesday in Bilo, a bell pepper was 99 cents, and they weren't even this nice, okay? So you definitely save a lot of money going to the farmer's market. Now, I think we might be sort of getting to the end of the season on the Vidalia onions, so I figured I better go ahead and get some now. So I'm going to grill some of these on the grill. I'm going to also blacken some of these bell peppers on the grill, and I'm also going to freeze some, and I'll freeze some that I blacken also. Anyway, I want to show you how I fix those, but first I've got to wash all these and get them dried off, get my onions ready, and when I do that, we'll be back. Okay, I wanted to show you real quick how I wash these bell peppers. Of course, they're really, really big. I actually use Dawn on a dish rag, and I just wash them off with the dish rag and then rinse them very, very well. And I do that because I've actually seen them picking these peppers in the field, and trust me, you want to wash them, okay? You really do. So just a little bit of Dawn, on a rag. I'll also get all the dust off of them. See, this one's got a little leaf sticking on it. And I know they probably wash them when they get them back to the warehouse before they pack them, but still, it's just a good idea to go ahead and wash them again. Now, you could use that, some antibacterial. Now, see, this one's got a little hole in it right there, and my guess is there's probably a little worm in there too, so I'm going to kind of sit this aside and handle it a little bit different. But just wash them all around, kind of like you're washing a little kid's face. Just give it a good scrub. And then I rinse them really, really well in the other sink. So I just rinse these off. And I just use, just lukewarm water to do that. Now, if you ever have one that has water in it, sometimes you can shake them and tell if they've got water in them. You want to go ahead and open those up and rinse the inside out too. So just rinse them until they're, they feel squeaky, squeaky clean. Alright, so we'll be back in a little while, and I'll show you how I'm going to freeze these and how I'm going to also grill some. Okay, we're back. All the peppers have been washed, and I'm going to show you how I cut them up. First, I just take my knife, little paring knife, and go right down in the middle and go all around that little middle stem. And try to get out the whole thing at one time. Dump the seeds out. So cut it in half. take out all that little white kind of stuff in there. Knock out any more leaves. And then, now I mostly use the peppers in things like meatloaf and, you know, some Spanish rice. I use the peppers in it. So I'm just going to cut them up in chunks. And yeah, this is going to take me a while. So after I get them all cut up, I'll show you how I freeze them on the cookie sheet and then put them in a bag. Be back. Okay, I have completed cutting up the first batch of the peppers, and I'm actually sitting in my recliner to do it because it's going to be a lot of work. But anyway, this is going to go in the compost bin, and here are the peppers. Now what I'm going to do is just dump them out on a cookie sheet, and then I'm going to freeze them in the small freezer because it freezes a lot faster there. And once they get, you know, pretty well partially frozen, then I'll take them and kind of, you know, scrunch them up so they don't stick together and put them in a smaller container. Now, peppers really don't have to be blanched when you fix them. These will keep for a good 6 months, probably even a year. And the peppers that I got will be enough to last us probably until January or February, and this is June. Now in January and February, the bell peppers and red and yellow and orange peppers start coming in from Mexico at our farmers market, and they're very, very cheap, actually cheaper than these. And so these will be enough to last us until then, and with all the others I'm going to probably have about 4 bunches this big. And I put them in Spanish rice, I put them in spaghetti, let me think what else, meatloaf. I always put them in stir fry, and I'm trying to think what else. All kinds of dishes. We use a lot of green bell peppers and the red bell peppers. Alright, so we'll be back in a little while when these are frozen. I'll show you how I package them up. Okay, we have made a big dent in getting the peppers prepared for freezing. Now, these peppers I've sliced, and I want to be able to use these in stir fry. So I'm just going to go ahead and put them in one of my little earthbound containers. Put a little piece of wax paper in between them. Put the next layer on. Another little piece of wax paper, and these would be this would be the amount that I'm going to take out when I'm going to be stir frying. All right, let's do one more. I'm just going to put a handful in the bottom, a little piece of wax paper over it, and these are going to go directly into the big freezer. A little piece of wax paper. That way when I'm doing stir fry, I can just take one layer out and they're already sliced up and ready to go. And I'm going to put the tops on these. And again, these are earthbound containers, and the stuff, it really keeps very well in these containers. Like, I don't really get any freezer burn on them. You can just snap the tops right on, so there you are. And there'll be enough for 3 stir-fried vegetables, enough bell peppers for 3 times in each one, and it looks like I'm going to have about 2 more. Alright, we'll be back in a little while. Okay, we have completed freezing our peppers in the small freezer, and now I'm just going to put them in another one of these earthbound containers. And the benefit of this is that first of all, they won't stick together at all, and you know, when you're ready to use some, you can just take a handful out and you're ready to go. So again, these peppers will last us probably until about January or February. And that's when the red peppers will be available at the farmer's market from Mexico, or at least that's the way it's been the last several years. Now I've completed cutting up all the peppers. Looks like I'm going to maybe need another. Maybe I can get them all in here. Okay, I think that'll do it. Divide those sort of equally between these two. I'm going to go ahead and put the little covers on them and go ahead and put these in the freezer. Now, I do not blanch bell peppers. First of all, it causes them to lose a lot of their taste. If you do choose to blanch them, you can just blanch them in boiling water for maybe about 2 minutes, then cool them and drain them, and you're ready to freeze them. But they will keep, you know, for a pretty good while. Now this is the last of the peppers I'm going to freeze in the little freezer, and then transfer them to, you know, the little earthbound containers to freeze them. And of course, you save a lot of money by doing things this way. The peppers, again, if you choose to blanch them, you know, you can do that. But they will keep just fine for 6 months for sure, and maybe longer. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put these in the freezer. But first of all, I'm going to roast these green peppers, but I'm not going to be able to do it today because we got a big thunderstorm coming based on the radar on the TV. So we'll just have to do that another time. Anyway, I hope you'll try freezing your own peppers. And by the way, if you've got any comments, please leave them below. And please subscribe if you like my videos. Thank you so much. See you next time.